United States of America will take over Gaza Strip. According to President Trump, he stood shoulder to shoulder with Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu, against who War Crime Tribunal has issued warrants against this particular individual. Just try to understand what's happening. Now, first initially what they wanted is to destroy the entire Palestinian, whether it's Gaza or the other sector. Now, what their aim was, what their target was, to achieve that land of Gaza Strip. That's exactly Donald Trump said. And he has said it's a lot of thinking about that, what he wanted to do. So American intention was to have a place in Middle East where they can control the entire Middle East. That's all crap when they talk about it's a Jewish people land, it's Palestinian people land, it's an agreement, it's some sort of deal between them. This is all totally rubbish, according to me. If you look at the history back, few years back, the way these innocent Jewish people were treated by regime in Germany, the way they were killed, the way they were tortured, so they escaped from there. America is a huge land. They could have easily accommodated these Jewish people over there. But no, their intention or their plan was well ahead. They wanted these people to be in the Middle East. And Palestine, they have to land these people in Palestine. Those people welcome them as human beings, regardless of religion. There wasn't anything like that as such. But one thing is absolutely clear nowadays, that in the entire world, 90% regimes or the governments, they play a religious part. Religion part they play. This person is Jew, this is Christian, this is Muslim, this is Hindu, this is Sikh, this is atheist, all these sort of things. But the aim or the goal is to have more and more land. That's exactly what Donald Trump has said. They said they will take over Gaza. And what he's saying when he's questioned by another media personnel, that's a sovereign state. How could you take over? Is there anything you want to do for a certain time and then pull back or something like that? And what the reply did the president give? No. He says, look at the state of Gaza. The way it has been destroyed, shambling buildings, and nothing is there, and we will construct it. Whereas in his right side stood the war criminal Netanyahu, who has done all this in the name of America. And America would like to take over. Now after that, since he passed his statement that America will take over Gaza, I heard on the news there's outcry from various countries, especially in the Middle East. Muslim countries are saying that we condemn whatever Trump has said. Absolutely rubbish. What are you going to do? I'm talking about the Middle East countries. You're hopeless. You're powerless. You have money which you have given away to America or other people. You do not want any resistance against these powers. But you can just say, for the sake of your government or for your people, we condemn that. For the last 77 years, Kashmiri people are crying out. The way human rights abuse has taken place in Kashmir, no action has been taken. we will protest, all over protest in Kashmir, Pakistan, or wherever. That becomes totally irrelevant or has no base at all. This is all drama. Nobody wants to pay any attention. The name of religion is used everywhere, like in Israel. I've met so many nice Jewish people. So many Jewish people have protested in America, in Britain, in Europe, in Australia, that the action of Netanyahu, who is a war criminal, is unjustified. No action is taken by nowhere. Now, America has got the power. Who is open about it? The America will take over Gaza. What's left there? And mark my words, if this happened, Gaza, after that, it's going to be Jordan, Egypt, then it's the whole Middle East. That is the aim. That is the target to achieve. So the Middle East countries, they're fast asleep. They need to wake up, which they won't, I know. They are involved with all sort of nitty-gritty business. They won't bother. They hold power. They're rich, very rich states. But they are only limited to their own powers. They want to prosper within their own territories, within their own countries. When Russia invaded, then that becomes a war crime, they say, according to America. Why? It is a war crime, but when they do it, it's a war crime. When you do it, it's okay. How could you justify that? And this President Trump, in a way, I see him like every day is a new news from him. One day he wake up, he says, well, there are only two sexes, male and female, no other sex. And then the following day he says, well, yeah, they have right to live, other sex have a right to live as well, like gay people or lesbian people or homosexual or whatsoever. The other day he wake up, he said, I'm going to introduce tariff on China and Canada, 25% tariff. So the goods would not be imported in America like that. Next day, he says, well, I'm going to put hold on that for 30 days. Now, this statement he gave about Gaza is testing. He's testing his allies. America's not scared of them. Don't take me wrong on that. He is not worried. America's not worried at all. It will take action, whatever the action they want. They're not bothered. They're not concerned. Whereas the President of the United States of America have on his right side standing the war criminal Netanyahu and making a statement. So do you think he's going to back off? No. So it's a new world order because America thinks he is the superpower. There's no doubt about it. America is a power, but not a superpower. There's Russia. There is North Korea. There is China. There are other countries. Those are more powerful. And what do you achieve by killing all those innocent people? Netanyahu, war criminal. Trump want to be associated with him. So of course he'll become in that category as well. What have you achieved? You have not killed Hamas people. You have not killed Muslim people. You have not killed Jewish people. You have killed humankind, human beings. We might have our own differences, our own religion, our own beliefs. Everybody have their own right to practice within their own religion, within their own boundaries. But when you attack that as souvenir country, then in return, you will get all these sort of terrorists, so-called, you call them terrorists, coming to different countries, bombarding them. Because once you have killed their entire family, mom, dad, brothers, sisters, then definitely the revenge is born in their head. So for that reason, they travel all over the world. Whichever country has supported this particular war, then they take appropriate action. That's unacceptable by everyone, certainly. But we do not go to the background of this. Nobody become a bomber, like to bomb himself in a crowded place or somewhere else. If you look at their history, the history tells you that the person has lost everything because of a certain regime, a certain power. And due to that reason, he justifies his actions. Those are wrong, I think. But try to think about it, how this person has become a bomber or so-called terrorist. So I think the world knows, because of this latest technology of all this media, that America's intention. This Israel or Jews, they will have no state. I tell you that now. America will take over Israel as well. If they take over Gaza, Jordan, Egypt, then Israel, definitely. Don't think we are Jew, we are living there. Don't think we are Muslims, we are living there. Don't think we are atheists, we are living there. Don't think we are Christian, we are living there. Religion is just a part to progress further. That is the reason America is trying to be there in Middle East, to hold their control. Otherwise, this minority of Jewish people, they would have accommodated them in United States of America a few years back. That's a fact.